Hello everyone, named Jalisa, JJ Muti, so Game Reviews everybody, and now I want to give my top 3 issues with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I did a top 10 Avengers Age of Ultron issues, but this is overall for the Marvel Cinematic Universe of all the freaking films. And I'm gonna leave, and this is my own personal opinion. Respect mine, I'll respect yours. Alright everyone, let's start with the list. The top 3 and only issues with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Number 3, they completely ignored the Incredible Hulk movie. One, other than the fact that the Hulk broke Harlem, they mentioned like in less than 10 seconds that he broke Harlem, and that he actually had Bruce Banner had the Captain America Super Soldier Serum try to replicate it. He did it to himself, and now he's a Hulk. That's about it. They don't mention Betty and Bruce's relationship as a love interest. That love interest is out the door. That ain't ever gonna be shown again. And they ignore Abomination, Emil Blonsky's Abomination. He's not really a big part of the either. They don't mention hardly anything of the Incredible Hulk film. It's like everyone keeps forgetting. Oh, this is a Marvel Cinematic Universe film. Well, it didn't have Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner, but I did like Edward Norton's Bruce Banner. But I'm really just tired of the disrespect they give to the Incredible Hulk. I mean, in my opinion, Marvel Cinematic Universe does a tremendous disrespect to the Incredible Hulk movie, at least, and I believe that's a big issue with it. Also, by here they're gonna fix it because they're gonna include the General from the Incredible Hulk, and he's gonna be now Captain America: Civil War. We'll see where his character goes, and maybe that'll fix the franchise that they recognize this film more. But if not, then I'm sorry, but Incredible Hulk was a very good movie. Number 2, the character of Tony Stark. My number 2 issue is that Tony Stark of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's just a plain damn dick. That's basically how much I could just sum it up. He's a dick. Here's the thing: Tony Stark never really shows. There's never been shown a real repercussions of Tony Stark, of how he's feeling and how he's dealing with the consequences of his actions. And the first film we got that. Oh, you know what? I create these weapons of mass destruction. I'm gonna be Iron Man. I'm gonna stop all this stuff. Get more medical to more people outside the world. He's gonna make the world a better place. That was a Tony Stark in Iron Man 1 that I greatly enjoyed. But in Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3, most of the villains of Iron Man, of all he's done, either he created literally, or he created by being an ass to people. Or his family has been. For one, Whiplash, the Iron Man 2 villain, he wants revenge on Tony Stark because he finds Tony Stark's family a family of thieves, which Tony Stark's father stole some high-tech stuff from Whiplash's father, and that's why they have a rivalry. Also, Killian, or the Mandarin, if you want to call him that, Guy Pearce's character in Iron Man 3, the villain, he's a villain because Tony Stark left him on the roof. That's basically it. Tony Stark, if he wasn't such a dick to people, a lot of the repercussions of all these villains probably would never fucking happen. It probably never would have happened to him, and all these events wouldn't have happened to him, and the world wouldn't probably have to happen. Also, he created Ultron with Bruce Banner. He created Ultron, a freaking killing machine that killed a whole bunch of people, and at the end of Age of Ultron, you don't see him really struggling with that. You see him struggling with the fact what he did to his fellow Avengers, and he betrayed their trust, and all that stuff, and he's worried for them. That's a good family unit right there. But the problem is, though, what about the other people? Tony Stark, again, just drives away into the sunset on his expensive car, and he probably runs off. Now, more likely, he gave medical stuff to the civilians of that fictional place where Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch were from, but still, it was not enough in my opinion. They make Tony Stark such an asshole. They don't really do repercussions. Like, it's just ridiculous how much Tony Stark does not care about people. He even says that to a kid. He calls a kid a pussy, for God's sake. It was, that was hilarious. Tony Stark is not a people person. He's not a people person at all. But at least show some repercussions to a character, because if not, Tony Stark doesn't feel like a superhero. He feels like a complete asshole. He doesn't feel like a superhero. He feels like an anti-hero, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, I created Ultron. Okay, bye, guys. Here's some medical stuff. Adios. He stopped Ultron, but still, what's the point? You've done all this shit that's been going on, and yet there's no repercussions for Tony Stark. They don't make him feel. Marvel Cinematic Universe does not make Tony Stark, or does not know how to make Tony Stark at least show emotion that he done bad things, and he's trying to correct himself. It's more like, I done bad things, I'm sorry. I continue to do bad things, I'm sorry. I continue to do bad things, I'm sorry. Same thing over and over again, and I do not like that. I think they need to change it right away in Captain America: Civil War. Sorry about that. And number 1, my main issue with the Marvel Cinematic Universe They don't know what to do shit with the Thor franchise. The Thor franchise is complete shit right now to me. Here's the thing. Tom Hiddleston, Loki, awesome. All these casting choices. Chris Hemsworth's Thor, awesome. Anthony Hopkins Odin, awesome. Jamie Alexander Sip, fucking awesome. But they do not know what to do with the characters because why? They want a freaking Natalie Portman's character, Jane, and the other character, Darcy. Everyone says, oh, she's sexy as hell, but still, what the hell? The love interests of this movie are killing this franchise. They don't know what to do shit with the Thor franchise. The first movie, Thor's repercussions, like he goes to he's in Asgard, he starts a war, he's stripped of all his powers, he goes onto Earth, and he falls in love with a woman in such a quick lesson, and his hammer miraculously goes to his hand because he learned a lesson. He started a damn war. He killed he killed a lot of frost giants, for God's sake. There's hardly any repercussions to him, and yet they ruined his character by sticking with Jane, and miraculously he's a new hero. I didn't buy that. And in Thor 2, yes, Thor is a more advanced warrior now. He's a lot smarter than what he is. But still in Thor 2, in the Dark World, they don't know what to do with Thor's character. They stick him with Jane all the time. Do not stick him with Jane. They can make him more interesting. Tom Hiddleston's Loki, his action, what he's doing, keeps on bouncing back and forth. In the first film, it was like he wanted to make his family proud. He wanted to make Odin proud by killing all the frost giants to prove to the people of Asgard that he is the equal. And then he comes to Avengers and he just wants to rule people. Then in Thor: The Dark World, he still wants to rule, but there are certain repercussions that don't make really a lot of sense for Loki's character. But overall, Loki is the best part of the Thor franchise, but they do not know what to do with any of the characters in the Thor franchise. Sif, the Lady Warrior Sif, is not used at all, and she's played beautifully by Jamie Alexander. And she's not being used at all to her full potential. Odin in Thor: The Dark World really pissed me off because he is so powerful, and yet he took a freaking long-ass time just to fight the Dark Elves. And another thing with the Thor franchise, their villains are fucking one-sided. Malachi, what can I say about Malachi? I enjoyed his sidekick, the Crawl, or whatever you want to call it, the Cursed. The Cursed, that had more action with him. I have more action with the freaking Cursed than the freaking Malachi, the main villain. I mean, they don't know what they're doing with their entire franchise. I'm sorry, but the Thor franchise is failing because of so many things. It's crappy love interests, side characters not funny, not showing enough of fucking Asgard just to show up on Earth. Yes, it made sense in the first film, but for the second film, it really wasn't freaking needed. And Jane's love interest, the women in Thor, the ones that are used, shouldn't be used at all. To me, Jamie Alexander's Sif should have been more in the Thor franchise, but still, they don't use nothing of the Thor franchise to heart. The best part is Loki, but when you have Loki and Thor's time in Thor: The Dark World together, it really doesn't add up to much. You really, out of a hour and a half movie, or like near 2 hour movie, you get really like 30 minutes of them only, which just fucking sucks. Because it's their damn movie. But really, a movie of them interacting, actually being useful, or actually entertaining, is not freaking used. There's not even good dialogue in hardly any of the Thor films. In my opinion, Thor films, the franchise, the directors don't know what to do shit with them anymore. And, like I said, if they just get rid of Jane and Darcy, they can make the Thor franchise really great. But for the most part, sometimes they don't know what to do with their casting. With the characters at all. They don't know sometimes what to do with Thor. Sometimes they don't know whether to say Loki wanted the throne, he's just greedy, or that he's misunderstood. They don't know what they're doing anymore. And Odin, they don't know what they're doing no more in the Thor franchise. In Thor Ragnarok, hopefully they could change everything. But for now, the main issue with the Marvel Cinematic Universe is they don't know what to do shit with the Thor franchise. Now, I could say the Iron Man franchise, they had a great beginning and they stumbled around. And to me, the Captain America franchise is the best part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But for Thor's franchise, it's just, what the hell are they doing? The crappy love stories, crappy villains, not utilizing your good actual characters for anything? What are you doing, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, about the Thor franchise? Are you seriously just made it there to make some money? Because no, I don't care for Thor. I'm honestly going to say this. I don't care for Thor's character. If you put like top 10 Marvel Cinematic Universe characters, Thor is probably going to be near one on the bottom of my, well, not on the bottom of my list, but most of the Thor characters are not on my list at all. Other than Loki, there is no point in the Thor franchise, in my opinion, sometimes. because that's how bad they're ruining the entire Dora franchise, Marvel Cinematic Universe. And sorry for the little rant, but this was going to be a rant video either way, because these are 3 issues of the Marvel Cinematic Universe films. They ignored the Incredible Hulk film. Iron Man is a major dick, and they don't know what to do with him with repercussions, and make him actually feel like a human being instead of a jackass. And the number one reason, they don't know what they're doing with the Dora franchise. But other than that, Marvel Cinematic Universe is doing a top-notch job. Granted, I feel like some of their female characters could be used more, and certain directors you should rehire, and some directors you should not rehire. But overall, what I'm saying, the Marvel Cinematic Universe films, they are going to have its flaws, but these are the main 3 ones that I believe that are the main things that were killing the Marvel Cinematic Universe, at least for me in some cases. But if they fix that, then it's going to be good, in my opinion. It will be like A+ storyline right there. It will be A+ franchise right there. But until then, it ain't going to happen. So yeah, everyone, this is my top 3 issues with the Marvel Cinematic Universe films. Leave a comment down below. Let me know anything you want to know about this. Let me know what your opinion is. Be respectful to me. I'll be respectful towards yours. Like I always say, just be respectful for one another, from one human being to another. Alright, everyone, my name's Elise. I'm signing off, everyone. You have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.